War is an intense armed conflict between states, governments, societies, or paramilitary groups such as mercenaries and insurgents and militants. It is generally characterized by extreme violence, aggression, destruction, and immorality, using regular or irregular military force. Warfare refers to the common activities and characteristics of types of war or of wars in general. Total war is warfare that is not restricted to plural ligament military targets and can result in mass civilian or other non-combat suffering and casualties. Species-based violence is about the power to violate, enforce the attitudes of an entitlement and status inherent to species. Species-based violence is about the power to enjoy the privileges that come at the expense of animals. Within this list, a speciesist culture. I have made a list about the requirements for warfare. Number 1. Between members of the same species. 2. Culture violence or killing. 3. At least two distinct sides and number 4, a battle tactic. And 5, specialized tools, weapons. Number 6, unnecessary cruelty. The Combat Chimpanzee War was a violent conflict between two communities of chimpanzees in the Gombe Stream National Park in Tanzania, lasting from 1974 to 1978. The two groups were announced unified in the Casca community by 1974 by research. Jane Goodall noticed the community splintering. The first war recorded in history took place in Mesopotamia in CE 27 BCE between Sumeria and Elam. The Sumerians, under command of the king Kesh, Baragash, defeated the Elamites in this war, and it is recorded carried away as spoils the weapons of Elam. According to the cultural anthropologist and ethnographer Raymond C. Kelly, the earliest hunter-gatherer societies of Homo erectus population density was probably low enough to avoid armed conflict. The development of the throwing spear, together with ambush hunting techniques, made potential violence between hunting parties very costly. Distinct cooperation and maintenance of low population the distance to prevent competition for resources. This behavior may have accelerated the migration out of Africa of Homo erectus some 1.8 million years ago as a natural consequence of conflict avoidance. Raymond believes that this period of Paleolithic warness persisted until well after the appearance of Homo sapiens, some 3,050,000 years ago, ending only at the occurrence of economic and social shifts associated with synthesis when new conditions intensified. Organized raiding of settlements of the many cave paintings of the Upper Paleolithic None depicts people attacking other people explicitly, but there are depictions of human beings pierced with arrows, both of the Aragon Pyragon, roughly 30,000 years old, and the early Magdalene, c. 70,000 years old, possibly representing Stone's confrontation over game resources, in which hostile transpares were killed. However, other interpretations include capital punishment, human sacrifices, assassination, or synthetic warfare cannot be ruled out. Skeletal and artificial evidence of intergroup violence between Paleolithic nomadic foragers is absent in is absent foragers is absent as well. Archaeologists say they have unearthed the earliest evidence of warfare between hunter-gatherers to be scientifically dated at a remote site in northern Kenya. The 1,000-year-old remains of 27 people found west of Lake Turkana shows that they met violent deaths. They were left to die there rather than being buried. Many experts have agreed that conflict only came about as humans became more settled. These people, by contrast, were apparently nomadic hunter-gatherers. The archaeologists who have been working on the site of Turka since 2012 discovered the victims were clubbed or stabbed to death in a single event. The dead include male and female adults as well as children. The evidence published in the journal Natural does not reveal exactly what happened, but the fact that so many people died at the same time suggests it was result of some sort of conflict. According to Cambridge University, Professor Robert Foley, Nartok records what is for now the oldest scientific case of conflict between two groups, nomadic hunter-gatherer groups. Nevertheless, it is significant. It is not age, but the fact that it involved these these groups who had few positions to fight over Nartok establishes identify that intergroup violence can and did arise regardless of whether the populations were settled. All it needed was a moment of food abundance, causing groups to grow in size, putting pressure on the resources, then the benefits of stealing from one another, the group from another group could outweigh the cost of the conflict that might ensure Nartuk was an important place, but because it was at the edge of a super lake beach, which would have attracted all land animals to drink, as well as giving access to fishing grounds, while other parts of the shore of Lake Tarkana, the forested Cerro de Leyte, for example, of the rocky whole southern edge, would not have that. It is believed that the group was attacked by rival hunter-gatherers armed with wooden clubs and arrows, or spear tipped with sharpened obsidian, a rare black volcanic rock. Image caption: one skeleton was found in a position so struggling. Her wrists may have been bounded, speculating on the cause of the attack. Marta Merazon Lahar, who led the Nartuk study, said the massacre may have resulted from an attempt to seize resources whose value was similar to those of later food production agricultural societies, among whom violent attacks on settlements became part of life. Today, the area where the bodies were found is scrubland, but the researchers say 10,000 years ago it would have been a fertile and very close to the shoreline of the lake. Many experts have argued that conflicts only arise once people have things worth fighting over, such as herds of livestock, stores of grain, the things that you can both defend and attack. Professor Foley told the BBC Newsday radio program it has been assumed that hunter-gatherers were less likely to engage in such conflicts because they can move away, but the Nartuk finds shows that away shows before we have settled a life. Groups were competing over resources. Professor Foley added this likely the first evidence of war. I hope in the future there will be no more wars. And just like in my compassion in prehistory video, ancient humans are capable of great kindness and great evil, but we should show more kindness and not evil. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye bye.